Should I tell her I'm sick, or keep it to myself? Should I tell her I have cancer, or keep it to myself? My ex and I just started talking again, and even after months apart I still believe she's the most amazing woman on the planet and the love of my life. I've never cared about anyone like I do her. She's everything to me and I want to prove that I can be the person she fell in love with again. The problem is that I have some form of advanced cancer that I'll be starting treatment for soon. Norm Macdonald is a hero of mine, and like him, I don't really want anyone to know. I don't want to share my burden with anyone or spread any more misery, but if my time is short, I want to make the most of it. I also don't want her to spend my last days with me out of pity, so I'm leaning towards not telling her. I haven't even told my close relatives. I was thinking about writing letters when the time comes. Is it better to keep this to myself and quietly fight it while fighting for her? Or do I tell her and see what happens? Tell her. Not telling her is taking away her decision to want to spend as much time with you as possible. She may not want to, and that's okay too. But tell her is enjoying your life with her if she wants to is much better than hiding something so significant from her. I think you should tell her because it's fair to her. She deserves to have this important information about you, so she's able to react however she does. I don't think she'll pity you, I think she'll feel compassion towards you. That's a natural and healthy feeling to have. It's not your fault you've got cancer, and you don't have any responsibility to the world to bear it alone. You deserve compassion. I hope the best for you. Thank you all for your support and kindness. I will try to find the courage to tell her soon. It would be cruel to not tell loved ones. It robs them of time to process and to understand that memories need to be made. I'm sorry you are going through this. My partner says I shouldn't have male friends because it's disrespectful to him. Throwaway. We've been together for 5-6 years now. I've fucked up and done wrong, but I've never cheated or even been unfaithful, and I never will be. I met a dude on Reddit at the start of the year after posting to make new friends, and we vibed, but in a totally platonic way. This man lives on the other side of the world with his own girlfriend that he's planning to propose to. Our chats are friendly and he talks frequently about his lady and vice versa. We talk about my other half often too. My partner finds it disrespectful that I talk friendly with another guy that's not him. His words were, "Why do you have to be friendly with another guy? I am your guy best friend. You shouldn't be talking to another guy like that." Like what? Close friends? If you're marrying me, then why TF are you talking to someone else on the side? Dude made it sound like I've been chatting and fucking around with men for years. I understand where he's coming from, because if it was vice versa, yes, it would bother me too, but after seeing nothing but platonic chats and frequent chats about me, I'd know to trust my man. We don't talk all day every day. I don't sit there replying to him when I'm spending time with my man. The only time we really talk is if I'm a lil bored at work. No matter what I say and how much I reassure him, he won't let it go. Is he correct in the way he feels and I should respect our relationship more and cut him off? Or is he overreacting? Edit. Now I've actually cut him off, but I explained to him first to at least give him a reason why I won't be talking to him anymore. I hate being ignored for no good reason. It's been done to me and I'd rather know why a friend won't be talking with me anymore. Apparently I shouldn't have even explained it, and now he says he's done. WTF? Question. What was the fuck up you mentioned? The context of the fuck up is pretty important because there is low key and undertone here that you two do not actually trust each other very much, which to be honest could be the bigger issue you're both ignoring. Obviously, his view is extreme and pretty concerning as you are not his property, and really it sounds more about being possessive over you. I see location flag location flag location flag location flag. Today he wants you to cut off a friendship with someone on the other side of the globe that you will never meet in person because it's a man? What's next? Can't go to the company picnic because male coworkers may talk to you? Can't go bowling with the girls because guys in the next lane might show interest? He can choose not to have female friends. He doesn't get to choose yours. Sorry mate, but based on your op and your continuing posts about the fuck up, all I see is red flags. He seems quite controlling to me based on what you say. Wake up call. Someone just asked me if I was okay with my husband. How do I leave? I've acknowledged to myself that my husband is abusive, but someone just asked me if I was okay to go home with him and it broke me. It must be painfully obvious how cruelly he looks at me even when he's not mad for a stranger to ask if I'm okay with him. The abuse creeps in over the years little by little until even the worst of it seems normal. How do I leave? We just moved across the country from all friends and family. I have no support system. I'm a stay-at-home mom. We have a farm and couldn't continue to run it without both of us. It's a bad time to sell our property and I can't afford childcare in my area to get a job. I know things have gotten to the point that I can't pretend it's okay anymore, but what now? There are no shelters in my very rural area, and what is the long-term plan if I travel hours away to one? I'm so ashamed that it's so obvious how badly I let him treat me. To any women reading this questioning their partner's red flags, he will never change. It will only get worse. Leave while you have the ability to do so. Don't be ashamed. He's the one who should be. He brought you there to isolate you from everything and everyone. Ask for help from this woman who in a way is telling you she knows and I'm sure can help you. Maybe there's no refuge that you know about around where you live, but there could be help in cities nearby. Be careful, but don't be too proud to ask for help. 22F. I'm starting to loathe my partner, 20M. My partner and I have been dating for 2 years, we have lived together for a year. For the first year our relationship was great, I never thought I would ever be so annoyed by him. I feel like the cause is a difference in maturity. He tends to take a lot of things personally, for example, me needing space, alone time, having my own plans that do not include him, me making a general complaint and him thinking I am directing it at him. He asks me if I am okay maybe 12+ times a day. If I am not constantly chatty, he thinks something is wrong. I feel like I should be able to sit idly, quietly, not smiling 24/7 without him assuming I am mad at him and should comfort him. I get exasperated having to constantly reaffirm that no, I am not upset with him. He has anxiety and seems to constantly obsess about my mood. I was okay with comforting him frequently at the start of our relationship, but the frequency never weaned, and it has built up frustration. It does not help that we live together and are constantly in each other's presence. Another thing that I have almost totally lost tolerance of are him being helpless, endless questions. I respond to things with a very clear answer, but he still does this thing where he goes, but, like everything is 20 questions, and it's almost like he must argue with me about random crap. Nearly every time he asks me a question, it has 5+ follow-up, but questions that effectively argue with what I am telling him. He is extremely helpless when it comes to finding information online. For example, I told him the exact name of a vet clinic we need to take our pets to, and he could not find it online. I copied and pasted the exact text I sent him and it was the first result. I am driven mad by this totally helpless behavior, because I end up doing all the legwork with appointments, online bills, etc. I am beginning to loathe some of his other traits too. I hate that he bounces his leg constantly and doesn't care if he shakes someone sharing a couch with him. I hate that he leaves his jaw completely slack half the time. I hate that he wants me to come to bed with him every night or he can't sleep when I stay up 2 hours later than him. I hate that he thinks it's cute to whine things like, "You don't love me. You hate me. You never want to kiss me anymore," when I don't want to kiss every 10 fucking minutes. I also unfortunately hate his family. I've known them for 7+ years and they're still just as crazy as always. I am finding it increasingly harder to clench my teeth and smile at family events, to the extent that I avoid his family at all costs. I am upset with myself because I do want our relationship to work out. I don't want to see other people or anything. I just want to feel as attached and in love with my boyfriend now as I did last year. But all I feel recently is extreme annoyance and like I am dating a high schooler or something. He really wants a long-term commitment, but I am nearing my wit's end. Is it possible that I can bring these frustrations up with him in a constructive way? Or is the relationship over already? Thanks for any help. Given everything you have stated about him in your post, specifically why do you want this relationship to work? Is it the sink cost fallacy? I read your title and wondered why you just didn't leave this guy. Then I read your post. Still have the same question. You had a great first year. You would like to recapture that feeling. But it is gone and I don't think you can get it back. He was in his best behavior and has now slipped back to his normal self. You may have been able to overlook some things in the first flush of love, but now that has worn off and you see him as he really is. This combination has led to loathing. There is no coming back from this. Set him free to find someone who will appreciate his clinginess, and you go out and find someone you can love and care for and who will treat you as you would like to be treated. Sounds like a good time to move on. You aren't happy, why are you trying to force it?